Jy luister na RSG Geldsaake met Moneyweb potgoeie elke weeksdag om 7 namiddag. RSG Geldsaake met Moneyweb elke weeksaand tussen 6 en 7.
Die internasionale finansiële aksietaakspan het Suid-Afrika verlede jaar op sy gryslys geplaas weens die land se gebrekkige optrede teen geldwasery. In November was daar nog 5 dele van die kommerlys wat die land moes aanspreek om van die lys gehaal te word. Nou sê die Finansiële Intelligensiesentrum FIC dat daar steeds 'n probleem is, die keer met sekere regsfirmas en ook eiendomsagente. Ek het vanmiddag gesels met Christopher Milan. Hy is uitvoerende bestuurder gehoorgewing by die FIC. Goeiemiddag Chris en welkom by die program. Wat is dan nou nog uitstaande wat julle dan nou nog van die eiendomsagente en die prokureursfirmas moet kry?
We are pressed to complete a lot of work before May 2024. The most important issue is that we need to identify the higher risk entities in our sectors, in particular estate agents and lawyers. And we do that through a process where we use their returns, their risk and compliance returns. That needs to be in with us ASAP. We are well out of time. It is only once we have all of them in, we are able to draw the proper risk profiles of which of them are high, which will enable us to do the second leg, the B part, inspect the high-risk entities, and for that we have a deadline of September 2024. But you will realize that if we do not get all the risk and compliance returns in ASAP, we will not be able to meet the May 2024 deadline.
Jy sê julle tyd is reeds verstreke. Lyk dit dan asof ons die afsnypunte gaan mis en op die gryslys gaan bly?
I would like to think that business will come and assist us. If we do miss the target, we will still argue as best as we can that we are able to understand which are the high-risk entities. And should they still say, but it's not adequate, and that's the issue. We would then have one more opportunity, we would think. It's not ideal because it creates a lot of perception that business is not serious and we are not able to identify based on their information. We would have then at the next filing, but that is not ideal, and we've been advised by our international advisors that we should not be moving in that direction. So there are reputational consequences for the country if we don't meet the target.
So waarom is dit spesifiek hierdie twee sektore wat sukkel? Julle het van tevore al verwys dat dit 'n wesenlike probleem is, die regsfirmas en die eiendomsagente. Waarom sukkel hulle dan om die inligting by julle te kry?
Well, they are large sectors, and I think that's first and foremost the issue. As for the information, they all have the information. They are required to have the information because they need it for their risk and compliance program. We are hoping that it is not an issue that these sectors and businesses have no concern about meeting their compliance obligations. But there comes a point in time where the indications are that, notwithstanding all our efforts, there appears to be a reluctance, because that's the only explanation we can attend to this, that for some reason these sectors have not yet rallied behind the grey listing story to help the country get off the grey list by performing a very simple process of completing a risk and compliance return and sending it to the FIC.
So wat skuil agter hierdie huiwering? Is hulle besig om geld te was? Want as hulle besig is om geld te was, gaan hulle tog nie die inligting aan julle gee nie.
Well, I don't think we can make those conclusions. I think it's an issue of education and willingness to participate. So definitely we cannot at this stage say it's because of geldwasery and things like that. Definitely not. However, it does point to a concern about whether they fully understand that this is so important for their own business reputations, because the international environment, the international counterparties, their law firm peers abroad will look at South African law firms and estate agents, and their perceptions can be tarnished by what they perceive to be non-cooperation.
Kan julle hulle dwing om saam te werk?
We have done it in a very open way to say we will be, and we've given notice. We will be issuing notices of intention to sanction The purpose of the notice is to clearly direct them that they have 10 days to file these outstanding reports. But over and above that, we are appealing to them not to wait to receive a notice of intention to sanction. And coupled with that notice of intention to sanction is a fine, a financial penalty, which we will apply on a case-by-case basis. And we're looking at roughly around about a 50,000 rand penalty for being non-compliant in this area. So we understand that there might be challenges with the practitioners understanding how to complete the process, the form, the risk and compliance return. We will be holding a webinar on the 19th, that's next week, at 10 o'clock. It will be on our website. You can sign up. And if the interest is great enough, we do not mind repeating that and repeating it so that, we have done our utmost to assist these two industries in particular because they are deemed to be high risk. And that is why we are giving them particular attention, because the fact that he's telling us, please pay attention to your estate agents and your lawyers. But we will assist them, but they should also work with us to assist us.
Baie dankie Christopher, dit was Christopher Milan. Hy is uitvoerende bestuurder gehoorgewing by die Finansiële Intelligensiesentrum of FIC.
Jy het geluister na RSG Geldsaake met Moneyweb potgoeie elke weeksdag om 7 namiddag. Vir meer Moneyweb potgoeie, besoek moneyweb.co.za of laai die toepassing af en volg Moneyweb News om dagliks op hoogte te bly.